evening. It's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, and this is the Bob Leonard Show. We'll be with you for about an hour, and we take the stories that you've been reading about in your newspaper and watching on television in the last week or so, and we put our spin on it. We try to go behind the stories and interpret what they're all about. And as I say, it's only our opinion, and you can accept or reject it, and but we're going to have our say. As I do every week, I mention to you that this program will be repeated on Friday night at 8:30. Tuesday night at 8 to 9, Friday night from 8:30 to 9:30. So if you miss it, you can always catch it there. Plus, we're on Flint Talk. If you need to pick it up there, I think it's flinttalk.com. And what they do is they take portions of our program and play it. And if you're interested in that kind of an approach in viewing the program, you can pick it up on flint.com. I think flinttalk.com. Well, anyway, there's a number of things we want to talk about tonight, and we want to update you on some of the stories we've done on this program over the last couple of weeks. Certain things have occurred that really kind of throw new light on the stories that I believe will help our viewers better appreciate the seriousness and the implications of the actions of some of the characters involved here. For example, I'm sure you read and heard a lot about Williamson's desire to hire new police officers and pay kind of limited benefits. Is that a reasonable approach to beefing up the Flint Police Department? Can that fly? You remember, here's the story that was in the Journal, 4-shift cops. It says solo overnight patrols, no sick days, no vacation. Will this fly is the question. Now, obviously, all of us agree that we should have additional police officers and are all for this. The question is, where's the money coming from? And does it have staying power, I guess is what the best way to put it. But we'll be talking about this as we go on to the program. But there are other things that has come up and that we should discuss. Just recently, there was articles in the paper about and on television about the MTA. And the question you have to ask is, did the Flint, Michigan Municipal Authority blow nearly $1.25 million of your tax money? Now, this question becomes relevant when you consider the Municipal Transit Authority, that's the MTA is known, is in charge of public transportation in the entire Flint area, Fenton, Claro, all over. Now, the federal government said the MTA allegedly used an improper bid process to assure that an Ann Arbor company, a specific company, would get a $1,200,000 contract to build a simulator. Now, this simulator would allow bus drivers to practice their skills in real-life situations using the actual bus cockpit and the video screen. You've seen this before. Flying planes or driving cars, the videos that you see your kids playing with are similar to this. Now, a competing New York company to this Ann Arbor company that got the contract went to the feds and claimed that the process was fixed. And as a result, they were shut out of the bidding process. The New York company, which is known as Dorn Precision Systems, claims it could actually build a simulator that, according to the feds, would allow bus drivers to practice their skills in real-life situations using the actual bus cockpit and the video screen. You've seen this before. Flying planes or driving cars, the videos that you see your kids playing with are similar to this. Now, a competing New York company that got the contract went to the feds and claimed that the process was fixed. And as a result, they were shut out of the bidding process. The New York company, which is known as Dorn Precision Systems, claims it could actually build a simulator that was going to be paid, or what was going to cost $1,200,000 for $400,000 less, and they weren't allowed to bid. Now, the important part here, why the feds are involved, is the cost of the simulator was to be borne by the federal government. But since the federal government sided with the New York company that the bidding process was flawed, the feds have refused to give the MTA the money to pay for the simulator. Now, without the funding of the $1,200,000, the cost likely will come out of general expenses of the MTA. And they're going to have to pay because the simulator is almost finished. And the feds say, we're not paying because we think the bids were rigged. In other words, the people going to pay for this are the Flint area residents. Now, according to the Journal, the MTA general manager, who was Bob Foy, said the cost of this $1,200,000 would have to be collected at the fare box. The fare box.